Imagine a world where the icy barren land of Antarctica is home to one of the most fearsome predators on Earth, the lion. Now, this may sound like an impossible scenario, but let's explore what would happen if lions, the kings of the savannah, found themselves in the coldest, most unforgiving place on the planet. First, let's think about what lions need to survive. These majestic creatures are built for warm climates, relying on grassy plains and savannas to hunt large herbivores. The Antarctic landscape, with its freezing temperatures, endless snow, and absence of large prey, seems like a hostile environment for a lion. But for the sake of imagination, let's ask, what if they adapted? It's crucial to understand that lions are apex predators. In Africa, they hunt in prides, taking down antelope, zebras, and buffalo. But in Antarctica, the lack of such prey would force them to adapt. The primary food source would likely become the seals and penguins that call the icy continent home. But could lions catch these swift swimmers? Would they learn to hunt on ice? Antarctica's ecosystem is also fragile, with no native large land mammals. The introduction of lions would drastically disrupt this balance. Penguins, for example, would be at serious risk. These flightless birds, which are already vulnerable to the harsh environment, would have no defense against a lion's strength and hunting instinct. If lions were able to catch and kill penguins, it could lead to a collapse in the local ecosystem, with devastating effects on the species that depend on the penguins for survival, like the seals that feed on them. But let's not forget about the lions themselves. Living in the extreme cold would push their biological limits. Lions are used to temperatures that rarely dip below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, while Antarctic temperatures can plummet as low as -60 degrees. Their thick fur coats, designed to keep them cool in the heat, would likely be inadequate for the freezing conditions. Over time, the lions might evolve thicker fur, or perhaps even a layer of fat to help insulate them, but this would take generations. In the short term, though, their survival would be extremely challenging. The harsh conditions would also affect their ability to hunt and reproduce. Lions need a warm, stable environment to thrive. In Antarctica, food would be scarce and hunting would be difficult, especially with the icy terrain and the challenge of tracking prey in a place with no grasslands or forests. In such an environment, even lions' social structures would be tested. Pride dynamics might change or even collapse due to the constant struggle for survival. And don't forget the impact on the global ecosystem. The introduction of lions to a place like Antarctica would cause ripples across the entire planet. The effects would likely be felt far beyond the icy continent, with potential changes to weather patterns, migration routes, and even food chains. Ecosystems are intricately balanced, and introducing a predator like a lion could set off a chain reaction, altering life on Earth in unpredictable ways. In the end, while lions might be capable of surviving in Antarctica with enough time and adaptation, it's clear that such a scenario would come at a great cost. The lions would face an uphill battle, and the native species of Antarctica would likely suffer. Ultimately, the cold might prove too much for these mighty predators, leaving us to wonder if it's really possible to mix the king of the jungle with the frozen kingdom of the south. Would lions ever truly rule Antarctica? Perhaps, but it would be a very different kind of kingdom, one where survival is a constant struggle against nature itself.